What we do here is go back.
Hi friends, and welcome to this week's video. So as promised, I've got a video giving you some pointers on how to adjust a waist of a pair of jeans. First thing that you're gonna have to do is seam rip. So you're gonna have to seam rip the waistband away from the pants, the middle seam at the back, and then both side seams. You have to go a little bit further down for the middle seam, so maybe to about the mid back pockets. Initially, what I did was try and take in the pants just using the side seams and just moving everything over a little bit. So you see on the side seam, I just moved it closer to where the side pockets start on the waist, and then both sides, and then the back, I just tried to move the middle seam a little bit closer together. After trying this on, the side seams looked really good, but the back still had quite a lot of gap. So I was trying to figure out different ways to fix this, and the way that I came up with was actually just folding one side of the pants and then sewing it overlapping the other side of the pants. And the reason I did this is because if I just moved it closer to the other side the way I'd initially done it, the seam would have leant to the right. So this way the seam would still be straight, but you do lose that original kind of seam the way it looks in the middle. So I used an iron to iron everything flat because that just made it easier to sew it. What would have helped as well, because you see me struggling with sewing this seam, is if you had hammered that chunky seam flat. That would have helped to sew this, but in the end I did two seams following the actual original seam of the pants. So I actually managed to get through this, but it was a lot of hard work because it's such thick denim. So after I'd done that, I sewed the side seams. So after you've done all of that, what I did was actually just put the pants back on. So as you can see, the seam at the back is still centered, but I need to take in a lot of the waistband. So again, back, get the seam ripper and seam rip the center seam of the waistband. So it's actually one piece of fabric folded over and then sewn. So you have to undo that initial seam. And then I measured how much I wanted to take off to actually fit the rest of the jeans and sewed that. So what I did was actually just, before I cut it, just put it down to make sure it actually covers the entire waist. And then ironed the seam flat just so it was easier again to make it easier to sew it onto the other denim because denim is so thick, and then very carefully re-sewed the waistband back on. Missing someone. What I decided to do was hand stitch the belt loops back on. You can sew these on the machine, but I've found that because the denim is so thick, it's easier to hand stitch it. So I had taken all of these off when I had seam ripped the waistband of the jeans. So I re-stitched all of the bands back on, and then and I was done. So after this I tried them on and was happy with how they fit. They fit really well and I styled them in my last video. And this is pretty much the end of this process, so it's really simple. There's only a few steps, but it does take a long time to seam rip and then try the pants on, take them off, try them on, adjust things. So just be patient with that part.
Is as normal, missing someone.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're all staying safe, and I'll see you on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays every week. Have a good day. Bye.
Missing someone.